BTS. 3 of the most impactful letters in No, we're not doing this again. This was the same intro as my last video. We're not doing this again. I was gonna do a whole thing about like, oh, behind the scenes. Wait, it's actually the boy band. Oh, we're not doing that. Let's just get to the point already, shall we? So if you didn't know, a few years ago, I uploaded a series of content catered to a small but lively community known as Mafia.gg. In case you don't know, Mafia.gg is like this social deduction online imposter game. Like if you ever played like Werewolf or Town of Salem or whatever. I loved playing the physical like game as a kid where it's like you gotta pat somebody on the head once if you're Mafia, 2 times if you're Doctor, 3 times if you're you remember the game, right? Maybe. But what really made Mafia.gg stand out is the community of players. And let's just say that some of those players had personality. In order to celebrate that personality, I created the Mafia.gg Fans Be Like series. Also known as the Mafia.gg Slander series, it was dedicated to shouting out and slandering all of those wonderful and amazing Mafia.gg members. And I'd say I had a great time making those videos. One of those videos was Mafia.gg Fans Be Like Part 5. It was a pretty different type of video, mainly because of the fact that it was 40 minutes long. Yeah, it was a lot more like a short film than like a quick little like post. And I definitely put a lot more work into this than like all the other videos, which were like 3 to 9 minutes. And obviously people at the time loved the video, so I thought, you know what? What if I gave y'all a little behind the scenes look? And you know, obviously I'm branching away from Mafia.gg content in general, especially since I'm retired from Mafia.gg. But this video is for the gamers. It's for all of those Mafia gremlins who've been craving that Mafia.gg content to be shoved down their insatiable gut. Don't worry, I've got you covered. So without further ado, let's get things going. Also, if I sound sick, sorry. Like, geez, my bad. F you. Now, in order to talk about Mafia.gg Fans Be Like Part 5, we first need to talk about Mafia.gg Fans Be Like Part 4. This was the natural successor to Mafia.gg Fans Be Like Part 3, and it was basically just taking everything that I pretty much missed from Mafia.gg Fans Be Like Part 3, since around the end of 2022, early 2023, I really wasn't on Mafia.gg that much at that time. So this felt like a true return to form for Mafia.gg Fans Be Like. And obviously people were like, oh, now the 4th one, we gotta have a 5th one. You can't end it off on 4 without going to 5. That's crazy. There's a reason the PlayStation 5 exists. 4 is a shitty number. I've heard people compare 4 to being a beta number, which makes sense because beta has 4 letters. That was the worst joke I ever made. However, I knew at the time that I couldn't keep going with Mafia.gg Fans Be Like. This video was posted right about when I started 12th grade, and I was already starting to think about university and beyond. But of course I couldn't let Mafia.gg Fans Be Like just fizzle out and die. I wanted to go out, as AJR would say, with a bang. Or something along the lines of that, I don't know. The Mafia.gg Fans Be Like Part 4.5 was basically like this sort of like, oh, I'm doing a part 5, whatever. But if you've watched the video, you obviously know that there was a little bit of secret messaging. God, that is awful to look at. Now you might be wondering, what does this mean? It doesn't mean anything. Literally, this was just supposed to make people interested in like, oh my God, what could this mean? I'm a very grandiose person. I'm somebody who loves building up the hype, building up energy, even if the thing I'm hyping up is kind of stupid. I just love making things, all right? Like, you can't blame me. I really, really like this end card a lot because it's still so like, oh, what could this mean? Is this Mafia.gg in real life? And this clip was taken from one of the Pretender videos. I don't think there's that many people in the world who actually watch both of my Mafia.gg content and the Pretender series content. So I'm pretty sure there's not that many people that actually like got the connection. I mean, obviously the Mafia.gg videos aren't for everyone to begin with. So yeah, I was planning to make Mafia.gg Fans Be Like Part 5 big. How big? Enough for me to post 2 more lore videos. Mafia.gg Fans Be Like 4.75. I hate that that exists, by the way. It was basically supposed to be acting like a transition between the fictional world of Mafia.gg and the real world of the real world. Gotta lock myself in a corner with that sentence. And then 4.86, it's screw Oz there, basically. Again, you don't need to know about all of these Mafia.gg references. All you need to know is that I was making some lore, man. But all of that hype, all of that lore led right all the way up to Mafia.gg Fans Be Like 5. This was posted almost a year after the previous Mafia.gg Fans Be Like, which if you do the math, I've actually posted a Mafia.gg Fans Be Like video once every year from 2021 to 2025. That's kind of crazy. I mean, Is it actually crazy though? Those videos did not take up that much effort. I'm sorry. I mean, this one did. Why? It's 40 minutes. And it all led to this moment right here. Mafia.gg in real life. F you. This is awesome though. Look at that. It's like you got all the text and all the people saying things and Okay, wait. Back up. First of all, where am I? So one of the big talking points for me about this video was basically how do I do a Mafia.gg game in real life and where would I film it? And of course another question was who would play the other characters? I mean, I can't play every single character, right? I mean, I'd be lying if I say I didn't consider it. I knew I was gonna go into dramatic arts for university, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll find some like actors at dramatic arts who are gonna be like, oh, I will help out with whatever this is. And like, who knows, maybe I could film it in like a lecture hall or a classroom or something along the lines of that. But as time went by, it kind of made itself obvious that I wasn't gonna be able to film it in a lecture hall in time for the August deadline that I had for this video. However, I was visiting a friend of mine's in Toronto, and then that friend brought me over to their friend's place, which ended up having this really sick courtyard in the middle of their building. And I knew that I wanted this Mafia.gg game in real life to have some sort of like wall surrounding us in some way. Like basically where it's like all the action is happening in here and you can't escape, you can't run away, you have to play Mafia. And then I realized, wait, it being kind of half outdoors also makes a lot of sense. I mean, I remember my first time playing, it was during a summer camp outside, so it would also bring back a lot of like nostalgia and memories from those earlier times. So I got the location. What about the actors? All 5 of the other actors that you see playing all the other characters in this video, they are all friends of the friend of my friend, and we're basically all down to help out with this silly little video of mine. But I didn't really want to like show them on camera and be like, oh man, I'm gonna embarrass all of you by having your faces all shown, blah, 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 blah. So I gave them all these nice little white masks, which ended up also fitting into the lore for the Pretender series channel. Again, you don't need to know anything about that. They were all very nice and willing to help, and I owe the world to them. I also had a lot of fun coming up with all the fake names of all the very real players. These are all play on words of names of Mafia.gg players who actually exist. I could probably like name drop all of them, but they all show up at this part of the video anyway, so it's like, yeah, nope, that's very clearly them. Speaking of this part of the video and a lot of the ending part of the video, and who is this mysterious guy in white anyway? That is all connected back to the Pretender lore, which again, I'm not going to get that deep into anyway, especially since I intended for a lot of it to be open up to interpretation in the first place. But if I can like really succinctly say who the man in white is and what his relationship to my character is, basically the man in white is the non-fictionalized version of my character. And all the people wearing white masks are actually just figments of this person's imagination. And the storyline is basically like, this is all a distraction to distract you from the real problems that you're facing and you don't want to face. Again, if you want to check out the Pretender series, I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check that out. But yeah, this was 40 minutes long. I really wanted to get as much as I possibly could in this video, and honestly, I think I did a pretty good job at that. I always have this tendency of perfectionism and saying that I'm gonna put my heart and soul into absolutely everything and make it the best possible video that I possibly can. But like, obviously, I still realize that no, that's not true. There's always room for improvement in literally everything. And everything that you create is another learning opportunity for the next thing that you create, and the next, and the next. And I knew that Mafia.gg as a whole was eventually going to become just another next in the series of nexts. If that literally makes any sense, I could just be talking out of my ass here. So not long ago, I asked the Mafia.gg community to ask me some questions and make it a little bit of a Q&A about Mafia.gg fans be like. I basically allowed them to ask any question they'd like about Mafia.gg, Mafia.gg fans be like, or literally any question ever, I don't fucking care. So the first question is, have you played Class of '09 before? And if so, what do you think about it? Starting off strong. I've not played Class of '09, but from what I can tell, it's like Doki Doki Literature Club. If I could succinct what I think about it without playing it, sociopathic. I just developed a lisp in the middle of that sentence. Okay, so the next question is, you can add an update to Mafia.gg, what would you add? Easy question, Battle Royale mode. Okay, but I'm not actually like fully joking. I do think it would be quite interesting to see some sort of like mode variants of Mafia.gg. I don't know what a Battle Royale mode would look like. Right now, there's only like 2 main modes, normal Mafia.gg and random Mafia.gg, and pretty much. It would really be interesting to see some sort of like leaderboard maybe, but like not really, because that kind of, there's a lot of conversations about having like a ranked mode in Mafia.gg. Doesn't make sense. I mean, they made a whole April Fool's update about it, so like, it's probably not happening. But yeah, new modes would be great. Like something other than just like the basic Mafia.gg, which I love, to be fair. It would just be nice to have like some way to spice things up a little bit, like a little refresh and whatnot. How do you think as a community we can make Mafia.gg more popular? Making YouTube videos, baby. I mean, I'm done making those YouTube videos, I'm sorry. But like talking about it, like sharing it with your friends, like being vocal about the things that you love. Word of mouth is the best form of advertisement possible. And with a game like Mafia.gg, it's meant to be played with friends and with people you don't know who are all potential friends. I mean, this is not an invitation to go talk to random strangers and be like, I want to be your friend. Because you're gonna get in trouble. Okay, next question is, what do you think of the international community's response to the United States military kidnapping a foreign head of state? Does this create a permission? I don't fucking care, man. What is objectively the most OP role in Mafia.gg? Is Merlin too obvious of an answer? I mean, again, it entirely depends on the setup, of course. King is a really powerful role. Merlin's a really powerful role. Mason is an extremely powerful role if used correctly. You want to talk about Colt? Oh my god, Colt's insane. Yeah, some of the third-party roles are like super like way too overpowered or way underpowered as well. Zombie is overpowered. If we're talking Mafia roles that are overpowered, Don, Kingpin, and like Grandpa and Grandma are obviously like crazy powerful. Bounty Hunter is also like kind of OP, like a little bit. So is Killer. Do I have to pick, do I have to pick one? Can I just say all of them? Get all of them. You know what? Villager is the most overpowered role. I said it. No. Loser is the most overpowered. Just one loser. Next question. Best Mafia.gg meme? Honestly, killing the host on night 1 is probably my favorite Mafia.gg meme. It's a classic. Everybody knows about it and it's forever funny because it's so stupid. Best Mafia.gg copy pasta. Imagine.
You've been working for years.
Why is Innocent L getting mullered by the Mafia? He should muller them. I don't know what that means. I also asked who these people were so I can like out them if they say something really fucking stupid. This person just said, you know who? I don't. Question was, are you truly a freaky homophobic gay lab rat? Well, I'm not homophobic or gay. I'm definitely freaky. I can be a rat sometimes. And I wouldn't say I'm a lab person because I'm in dramatic arts. Also, this person explicitly wants their username to be posted. Hi, yeah, boy. In the grand reset of 56 BC, I found that my purpose is to rage bait and annoy people. I sailed 7 seas, traveled every continent and country, spread the Black Death, and made brain rot jokes. 67 in particular, that one makes people really mad to the point it's a great meme, for the sole purpose of making enemies. What is your purpose? Not whatever the f that was. This person said, the gimmick is washed, Unc, let it go. F you, you're washed. You haven't won a game of Mafia.gg since last year, buddy. You better retire. What I did. Also, Unc, you're twice my age. Realize who you're talking to, buddy. Somebody asked, you have good PR on the site, kinda. I'd say even more than the most popular players of this website. So what's your secret? I don't really have a secret. It's just kind of like being around for a while. Like, I started playing Mafia.gg in March of 2021, and at that point, it was a lot of people who have been playing since 2019. But like nowadays, like 2021 is like, you're a vet at that point, right? I think sticking around and like making sure that you're not being an asshole. Like, that's basically it. Just don't be an asshole and stick around for a while. And you know, that's what it is, I guess. Next question. If that's the question. Oh, sorry. No, sorry. The last submission went wrong, so here's the question. If it wouldn't. Next. 1 is my username fantasy. Yes. 2, would you lose? Shit, I just lost the game. Oh shit, you lost the game. We all lost the game. I don't know what this person's talking about. What do you mean, would you lose? Is it just the game? Is that it? When is Earth getting a ring around it like Saturn? Apparently Earth did have like rings around it at some point like 400 million years ago. I can't say about anything in the future though. Ozair asks, you versus 1 kangaroo Who winning? I win 50-50, by the way, I got experience. I ain't winning against a fucking kangaroo, man. I can't fight for shit. This person just submitted a YouTube link. Sure, let's click it. Cool, thanks for the clip. This video's about to get muted. The final question was, you're out of the band, Gizmo. What does that mean? Anyway, your questions suck. Thanks. If you do have any questions about like how I make my videos or how I made my videos or like literally any question whatsoever, put them in the comments down below. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. Just to let you know that the best comment from last week's video was this copy pasta about letters versus numbers and AI versus 6-7. It's awful, I hate it, and that's why I love it. If you want to be the best comment of this week's video, leave a comment down below. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and have a nice day.